Today I'm going to be talking about preparing for perfection and how not rushing things will get you faster results in the long run. So stick around and find out more. Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, the Walking with Purpose edition. This is episode number 6. And if this is your first time here, please consider subscribing and banging the bell so that way you get all notifications and you can start getting a better grip on your life. Okay, I'm back at the park and I have my shades on. The sun was out a little bit ago. It's starting to go down a bit, but I just felt like putting my shades on. I think they look cool. Don't you think they look cool? Let me know below in the comments section. Tell me what you think. And be nice. Be nice. Come on now. Anyway, so today's topic is preparing for perfection. And I chose this topic because this is something I'm also currently dealing with. For those of you that have been following me for quite some time, know that I like to share my real life experiences and what's currently happening, in my life. And also share things that have happened in the past. And I feel that's the best way to, teach people certain things that they may not be aware of. And those things may help them make a better informed decision with something they're currently dealing with now, or they may deal with down the road in the future. Okay? So today I'm going to start off by making you folks aware of what's been going on lately on my channel, because my upload schedule has been irregular. I was going to try to get a video out yesterday, but unfortunately, I didn't get the chance to do it. And I'm going to explain to you folks why. I've been working on many things behind the scenes to improve the quality, the overall quality and feel of my YouTube channel. And that goes above and beyond just recording these videos. Okay? It stems towards, creating a great new intro like I've done already. I have a new bumper intro, and it's like 10 seconds long compared to the 30 or 40-second intro I used to use. And I used to get a lot of complaints back in the days when I ran that former intro saying that it's too long and you've already lost me and I'm off to another video. Hey, I get it. I even notice this on TV nowadays. Like intros on TV, back when I was growing up, used to be like a minute or a minute and a half long when they used to have shows that were called sitcoms, situation comedies. Now, intros to shows are like 15 to 30. God, that guy is flying down this 25 zone. They're like 15 to 30 seconds long, if that. Because people are not there to see the intro. They're there to see the content. They're there to see you or whoever else is, running that particular type of content. Okay? So I've been working on that. I've also been working on creating end screens, something I didn't use in the past, and even on my former YouTube channel that I used to run. At the end of your videos, instead of doing an outro, incorporate your outro with YouTube end screens, which will display 2 or 3 other videos of your choice and will give your subscribers or your followers, or even people that haven't subscribed to you, give them the opportunity to view another video by just clicking on the screen, whether it's on a mobile device or on your desktop. Okay? There's also an option to put a subscribe button, a clickable subscribe button on the end screen. So I've been working on that. And that takes a lot of time because you have to create a nice background for it, put your own text on it, align it properly, test it out. It takes a lot of work, okay? And that's part of me preparing for perfection of my YouTube channel. Now, when I say preparing, before I get further into it, when I say preparing for perfection, okay, you and I both know that nobody's perfect and nothing ever turns out perfectly, okay? But in my opinion, if you don't always strive for perfection, okay, you're never going to end up giving it your absolute best shot. If you want the best possible shot of accomplishing whatever it is that you want to accomplish, you have to, number one, have a passion for it, and number two, you have to strive to perfect it. You have to strive for perfection, even though you know no one's perfect, including yourself. Now, some people have a really big ego, and they think they're perfect, but we all know nobody's perfect. But if you strive for perfection, you're going to give yourself the absolute best at everything you do and give yourself the absolute best possible shot of accomplishing it and making yourself successful at whatever it is. So that's what I mean when I say, preparing for perfection. Nope, I can't even talk. That's what I mean when I say preparing for perfection. Doesn't mean that, you have to be perfect, but strive for perfection and you will get it as perfect as possible, as perfect as you are capable of making it, happen. Okay? So again, going back to, what I've been dealing with, I've been working on a lot of things behind the scene, okay? Trying to, give my YouTube channel a better overall feel above and beyond the content I'm creating like I'm creating here today. But what's been happening in the meantime, people that know me, that have connected with me through other ways, such as social media, or are commenting on my YouTube channel, they're asking, when are you putting out your next video? They want more and more content. And I'm here to let you folks know I haven't forgotten about you. It's just that I would rather get better prepared at everything before I put out a piece of content. I'm not the type of person, now I've done this in the past, but I'm not doing it anymore, but I'm not the type of person that typically likes to put something out there just to put it out there. So, for example, after I finished my day yesterday where I was working on some other aspects of my channel, I was really tired. I put in a good 7, 8, 9 hours of sitting down at the computer, creating new graphics and tinkering with some things to make them better. I was mentally exhausted, which also made me physically exhausted. And I knew people wanted to see a video from me yesterday. But I decided, you know what? I'm not going to put out a video today. I'm not going to rush to put out a video today, because if I rush it and I'm not really feeling it because I'm already tired based on the other things I was working on, it's not going to be a good video. It's going to be a shitty, crappy video, and people are going to know that, hey, I was just trying to rush to get something out there, just to put something out there. In my opinion, in those situations, it is much better to not put out a video at all, take a day or two to relax, and then come back fresh and create an amazing video. That video is going to have more impact than rushing to put out a video every day that you know is not going to be as good as a video that you are more relaxed and can take your time to create, okay? So, like I mentioned at the beginning of this video in the hook, okay, not rushing things, okay, is going to get you faster results in the long run. And just because you may not accomplish something as quickly as you want, okay, or just because you don't put out a video every single day on YouTube doesn't mean that you're not going to be successful. You can be more successful if you step back, take some time, relax, and properly prepare for whatever you need to prepare for, whether it's YouTube, whether it's a job interview, whether you're going on a date. And I'll share more about those examples here in just a second before I start wrapping this up. So what I want to say, folks, is that, look, there's a lot of peer pressure out there, especially if you're a YouTube content creator or in regards to whatever else you're trying to accomplish. Okay, you're always going to be getting crap from your friends, your family, and other people that know who you are. But you can't let that get to you. You can't fall into that peer pressure and let it throw you out of whack or out of sync. Because if you do, you're going to start doing things that are not going to come off natural, and that's going to affect you from accomplishing whatever it is that you want to accomplish. Like I said, once again, it's better to just step back and say, hey, look, you know what? I really wish I could have put out a video yesterday. but I decided to not do it because I knew that it wasn't going to be good. And I was working on other things to better my channel, okay? So that's that. Enough of me. I am going to be back in full force by next week. Like I mentioned, I'm just working on a few other things. And oh, by the way, I ordered an additional lighting kit. Those of you that have been following me for a little while know that. Excuse me, someone's coming by here. Those of you that have been following me for quite a while now know that I recently purchased the green screen, and I already had 2 photographer's lights. But I've been learning a lot more about green screening lately. And basically, what most people recommend is getting separate lights to light up the back of the green screen. So I ordered 2 additional soft lights that are going to be placed only on the green screen. I also learned that the further up you are away from the green screen, the less bleed you have around you when cropping yourself out, so that way you can make yourself transparent over any image you put on your screen. So I've been tinkering with that, and that takes a lot of time. So, I've been ordering equipment that I need. I've been testing things out. I've been striving for perfection. I've been preparing for perfection. Now, does that mean it's all going to be perfect all the time? No. But it's going to be as close to perfect as possible, because I'm taking pride in this, okay? And if you have pride in something, you want to strive to reach perfection as close as possible, even though we know that no one's perfect, right? Okay? So that's another thing I've been kind of working on, or definitely been working on, okay? So I just wanted to make people aware of what I'm going through, and if you're going through something similar, if you're trying to accomplish something but it's taking you longer to accomplish it, don't immediately think that you're failing just because other people are expecting you to accomplish it faster. You've got to go at your own pace, and you have to properly prepare. Let me give you a few more examples here, okay? Like, if you're in school and you have a major exam coming up, exams have an actual date, so you have to prepare by a certain date, okay? So you have to prioritize that, and you have to say, hey, look, you know what? For the next 2 weeks, I need to stay home and study instead of going out, drinking, partying, whatever it is that you do. If you drink, I hope you drink responsibly and you don't drive. But like I said, in that situation, okay, if you have a major test coming up and you know it has a set date, like most tests do, obviously all tests do, you need to prepare for that. And again, you need to study for weeks, so that way you're ready on the day of the test, okay? Okay? So that's one example there of where preparing for perfection is going to help you get ahead. Now, if you wait till the last minute to start studying, like a lot of people do, they call that cramming, okay? If you wait, until 2 or 3 days for the test because you tell yourself, okay, I've been paying attention in class, I already know the material, I don't really need to study. It's not the right way to look at it. You're going to fail. You need to prepare long in advance, even for these tests. Another example, okay, if you're going out on a date for the first time, you need to prepare for that, whether you're a man or a woman. Obviously, you should take a nice shower, okay? You should groom yourself. If you have a beard like I do, groom your beard, okay? Make sure you wash your clothes. Make sure you press your clothes. Throw on some cologne. Wear some nice shoes. Make sure that your shoes aren't all crappy and fucked up and shit. I've met some people in the past on dates that have really torn, ripped up shoes, and it's like, wow, is that how you're going to present yourself to me? What's that saying about how you take care of yourself or how you live your life? I want to live, I want to be around someone that takes pride in taking care of themselves. So if you're going to go on a first date, you want to show up on that first date in the same ways that you're expecting the other person to show up, okay? That's another example there. So prepare in advance for it, okay? And if you're worried about what to say on that first date, just relax and be yourself, okay? If you need to sit down on the couch the night before and talk to yourself, I know a lot of people think talking to yourself is weird, but I don't think it is. Talk to yourself. Do a little role playing within yourself. And, pretend like you're at a date with a woman, or on the flip side, if you're a woman on a date with a man. Sit there and talk, to yourself, and try to think about what kind of questions they may ask you, and then, answer those questions. Prepare yourself mentally, okay? Prepare yourself mentally and prepare yourself emotionally, and be in a good place. Show up in a good place, okay? One more example I'm going to talk about before I wrap this up, because we are now at 15 minutes. I'm trying to keep these videos shorter. Let's talk about, when you're trying to get a job, a good corporate job, okay? You need to prepare for that. First and foremost, you need to write a kick-ass resume. But in today's day and age, because of the way things are, and information is coming through at the speed of light, people don't have the time to read a 2 or 3 or 4 page resume anymore. And it was never really ever recommended to write that long of a resume anyway. So in today's day and age, you've got to write a nice kick-ass resume, okay, that's no longer than maybe a page and a half or 2 pages, and you have to make them aware of as much about you as possible in the fewest words possible. You also have to make sure your grammar and spelling is correct, because people are looking at that. There are so many people that are going to be applying for that same job. And even if you misspell one word and everything else is perfect, but someone else got everything perfect, they're going to get the job or the interview over you, okay? So definitely prepare when you're applying for that job by having that great resume, and take some time to do it. It may take you a week or 2 to create the best resume. You may need to have your friends and family proofread it, or pay someone online to proofread it for you. There are people that do that, but prepare for it. And then if you end up getting that interview, you need to prepare for that interview as well. Okay? You need to prepare for that interview as well. Once again, just like I mentioned, when you're going on a first date, an interview is like a first date with your employer, your possible future employer. You need to dress nice, you need to look good, and you need to know, basically you should research the company first and find out what their dress code is. Some companies have a lax dress code. Some companies dress in a suit and tie still nowadays. You need to find out what that dress code is and dress accordingly to that, okay? Don't show up with ripped jeans or a ripped t-shirt. You want to dress looking nice, sharp. You want to smell good with some nice, cologne that you're wearing, okay? A nice fragrance that you're wearing, okay? And then, okay, you before you even show up, okay, even if you're dressed nice, you need to be prepared mentally and emotionally for that interview, okay? You need to think about, what questions are they going to possibly ask me, and how should I respond to them, okay? How do I present myself as best as possible? I know I'm good, but I have a short amount of time to sell myself to the hiring manager so they can think I'm good enough to be hired, right? Okay? So in order to prepare for that, get one of your friends or family members to act as a hiring manager and role play it out. Okay, role play it out, and don't do this just the night before. Start preparing the role playing, weeks in advance, and then maybe the night before, you have someone role play with you once again, and then you get a good night's rest. Make sure you get a good night's sleep before that interview, especially if it's early in the morning. Get to bed early, get at least 8 hours of sleep, and then give yourself, 2 or 3 hours to get to the interview after you get 8 hours of sleep. You want to wake up, have your coffee, and just relax. And then, you want to figure in, drive time, including traffic. You don't want to feel rushed. You want everything to flow smoothly. And that's part of preparing right there. That's part of preparing right there. Okay? Is not rushing things. It's thinking in advance and preparing for something, rather than just, I'm going to go out with my friends the night before. I have this major interview. And then you wake up an hour before your interview. It's a half an hour drive, and now you're rushing to get ready, okay? And now your mind's all over the place, and then let's say you stumble in there exactly on time when the interview starts. You're already going to be off your game, okay? Don't put yourself in that position. Take your time. Take it seriously. And that's going to give you the best possible shot at accomplishing whatever it is you want to accomplish, whether it's a job, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a YouTube channel, whatever it is, okay? If you prepare yourself for perfection, you know, you're not going to be perfect, but you're going to be as close to perfect as possible. You're going to show up at your absolute best, and that's going to give you the best chance of moving ahead in life and accomplishing whatever it is that you want to accomplish.
Can I ask what you're doing?
I'm recording a YouTube video. I'm recording a YouTube video.
Oh, you've been doing it for quite a while.
Yeah, I live out here, man. I lived out here all my life.
Okay, I'm just curious.
Yeah, no worries, no worries.
Hey, no, I wasn't worried. I was thinking maybe the city had you doing it for, road places, people and stuff.
Yeah, no. I just come out and shoot my daily videos out here.
Okay, cool.
Right on. All right, man. Have a good day. Yeah, it's been really cool lately at the park. I've been, this guy's been asking, he goes, man, I don't know if you could hear it, may I ask what you're doing? I said, I'm recording a YouTube video. He's like, I've been seeing you out here for a little while. I'm like, yeah, I live out here. I've lived out here all my life. I love Redwood City. So anyway, you always have to be prepared for anything to come your way, just like that. And just be cool about it. You know, I'm not going to edit that shit out. That's part of my way of doing videos. I could edit that part out, but I'm not going to. I just think that brings a uniqueness to my channel and who I am. So hey, obviously people are noticing me out here, and that's great. Who knows? Maybe I'll be world famous one day. Humbly speaking, right there. I'm just throwing that out there. But yeah, hey, to wrap this up, folks. Okay, always strive for perfection and prepare for perfection. You're not perfect, and you're never going to be perfect, and you're never going to get it 100% right. But if you don't strive for the best, you're not going to accomplish the best possible results that you're capable of accomplishing, is what I'm trying to say right there. So I'm going to wrap this video up. I'm going to finish up my walk, take another 3 or 4 laps around the park, and then go upload this and call it a night. Let me know what you folks think below in the description, in the comment section, what you think about the new bumper intro. And I'm finally putting end screens on this video. Let me know what you think about the end screen at the end of the video, which is going to follow right when I stop speaking here, the music, and how it looks. Your feedback is very important to me. I'm taking it very seriously. With that being said, have a great one, everyone. I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.